Hey, this is Sasha. Welcome back to yet another BBK Performance Power Series video. Today, we're really excited to give you a sneak peek into some of the latest performance bolt-ons soon to hit the BBK production line. Our 85mm drive-by-wire throttle body and the free-flowing cold air induction system for the 2010 and up 6.2-liter Ford Raptor. Let's get started by taking a look at the BBK Performance throttle body. Like all of our Power Plus series throttle bodies, this 85mm unit features an aircraft quality CNC machined aluminum casting along with OEM components for a perfect fit. Like many of our other drive-by-wire models, this unit is fully assembled from the BBK factory with OEM quality drive motor for a simple bolt-on and plug-in swap. Designed to work with the stock or aftermarket tune, our drive-by-wire system is an incredibly easy installation, so you can bolt it on in just a few minutes without using any special tools, and then hit the streets, or if you're using your Raptor like you should be, the dirt. Before we give you a look at how simple the installation really is, let's check out the baseline dyno run to see what kind of numbers the mean 6.2-liter puts down to the wheels. .311 horsepower and 320 foot-pounds of torque. That's pretty good for a full-size truck pushing massive 35-inch tires. Now, let's install the 85mm BBK throttle body and see what kind of gains we can get. First, disconnect the mass airflow sensor and remove the two vent hoses going into the factory intake system. Then, loosen the two 10mm mounting bolts that secure the factory intake to the vehicle. Also, remove the clip on the passenger side of the intake using a set of pliers. Unclip the 3 clips at the airbox and remove the entire system out of the vehicle. Don't forget to remove the rubber coupler from the stock unit. Disconnect the electrical connector at the throttle body and remove the stock unit from the vehicle. Bolt on the new BBK throttle body and reconnect the connector. Then, just reinstall the air intake system and you're all set to go. Now that everything is in place, let's get the truck back on the dyno and see what kind of gains we get from this Power Plus series throttle body. .321 horsepower and 328 foot-pounds of torque. That's a 10 horsepower and 8 foot-pounds over stock. Pretty darn good for 15 minutes worth of work. I can't wait to see what sort of gains we get when we couple this with the BBK cold air induction system. But before we do that, let's take this bad boy for a little spin around the block. Now that we've got our Raptor back in the shop, let's take a look at the BBK cold air induction system, which we offer in either chrome or blackout series finishes. As with all of our Power Plus series intake systems, this Raptor kit will work with your stock or aftermarket tune and comes complete with a washable high-flow conical air filter, full shroud, and 3.5-inch high-flow inlet for an easy do-it-yourself installation. By opening up the cool air intake charge into the heavy-breathing 6.2-liter, we should see significant gains in horsepower and torque without sacrificing fuel economy, not to mention the benefit of a nice aggressive sound and some serious improvement in throttle response. Let's take a look at how simple the assembly and installation is, then get our Raptor back on the dyno and see how much we've gained with these two simple bolt-ons. The first few steps for installing the cold air induction system are the same as our throttle body installation, starting by removing the entire factory intake system. Now, remove the mass airflow sensor from the stock intake and transfer it directly to the BBK cold air tube using the supplied hardware. Also, be sure to install the supplied rubber grommet and straight fitting. And insert the supplied plug into the hole on the bottom of the BBK air filter. Place the cold air shroud into the vehicle on the bottom half of the factory airbox and use the original 3 clamps to secure it down. Install the blue BBK coupler and BBK intake tube to the throttle body. Remove the factory vent hose and replace it with the supplied 3/8-inch hose. Then connect the valve cover hose and replaced vent hose into the BBK intake tube. Install the new high flow filter, plug in the mass air sensor, and double check that all your clamps are tight and you're all done. You're going to want to make sure that you start the vehicle and let it idle for a few minutes. just to ensure that there are no leaks and that the check engine light doesn't come on. Now that we've got our system in place, let's do another dyno run to see what we got. There you have it, 332 horsepower and 329 foot-pounds of torque. That's a whole 21 horsepower and 9 foot-pounds over stock using the 85mm performance throttle body and the high-flow BBK cold air induction system. You can expect even more power when used in conjunction with a custom tune or an aftermarket exhaust. In just an hour of installation time, we see impressive gains in a majority of the RPM range, giving the already powerful 6.2-liter Raptor just what it needs to really open up and break loose. That's all we've got for today, but be sure to keep an eye on our website at bbkperformance.com for more information on these horsepower-inducing Raptor products.